Imagine working so hard all day for creating and publishing a professional looking LinkedIn post or a content piece, only to find people reporting it as empty AI content or AI watermarked. Your content may be judged by more than engagement. I'll show you how to avoid this exactly before it affects your content and destroys your reach completely. Watch till the end and you will never fall into this loop. So, LinkedIn has introduced a seems like AI Slop reporting feature, and it seems more than 1 million users have already tried it within the first 2 weeks. At the same time, we also hear the news about Claude watermarking system for content created with any of its tools. Now, this has raised a bigger question. Are platforms moving towards where AI-assisted content can be fully identified, labeled, or even judged by algorithms? And is that a good thing? Or it could create new problems for creators and businesses? Let's break it down. So what LinkedIn is calling the AI slop. When people say AI slop, they usually do not mean every post written with AI. Using AI to fix grammar, improve structure, or make a caption clearer is not the main concern. The issue is content that feels very generic, the content that feels very repetitive, too much polished but provides nothing, lacking any kind of personal experience, written mainly to attract attention, almost same like thousands of other posts or any other content. You know the type of post that with intros like nobody is talking about this. Here are the 5 lessons you will have for this. Let that sink in, XYZ. This is the hard truth. This changed everything about topic A and topic B. Read that again, and the most people get this wrong. Then all these just gives broad advice that could easily apply to absolutely anyone in any industry at any point of time. It may look professional, but after reading it, you will have learned nothing new. This is the type of content LinkedIn appears to be addressing now. So how LinkedIn reporting option works? Let's try to see an example out here. Let's take an post like this, and you will see this option seems like AI slop. So if you report one post, that does not automatically mean the post will disappear or lose all its reach. The platform considers multiple signals before changing how widely content is distributed. However, LinkedIn says content identified as AI slop is already receiving around 40% fewer views. Creators who receive repeated reports may also be notified. That means content quality is no longer just a branding issue. It could potentially affect the distribution of. Now, what is the positive side of all of these? Firstly, you get better quality feeds. Most people do not want to scroll through hundreds of posts that sound the same. If this system helps reduce repetitive, low-value content, users may spend more time reading posts more in LinkedIn. Secondly, this could push brands and creators to share more real case studies, actual results, behind-the-scenes experiences, some very specific opinions, lessons from their failures, some useful industry knowledge. In other words, people may need to add something that comes from their own work, not just rewrite a general idea. And thirdly, more responsible use of AI. AI can help teams work very fast. It can help with research, outlines, editing, translations, and content variations, formatting, etc. But if every post is generated and published without a review, the content can become bland very quickly. Now, LinkedIn's move may encourage businesses to use AI as a support tool rather than a complete replacement for a human feel-good factor and a judgment. Now, fourthly, the discussion around Claude's watermark news also points towards transparency. If AI-generated or AI-assisted content can be identified, audiences may eventually have more information about how a piece of content was produced. That may be useful, especially when the content involves around news, education, research, or or public information. Now let's speak about the negative sides of it. Now there are real concerns too. Firstly, AI assistance does not automatically means low quality. A post can be written with AI and still be thoughtful, accurate, and valuable, right? You may argue that, but that might be true. A human may have supplied the idea, experience, data, and opinion, while AI simply helped them with the wording. If platforms judge the production method instead of the actual value, good content could be unfairly affected. Secondly, a professional tone can sometimes sound very generic, even when the content is legitimate. Now, this I can relate to because I tend to over format my written texts and it might appear like AI, but maybe I have a bit of OCD, right? This is actually true. For example, a company sharing a carefully written update may be reported simply because it sounds too polished. There is also a risk that posts from agencies like non-native English speakers or smaller teams could be judged unfairly. Don't you think so? Thirdly, people may misunderstand watermarking completely. Claude watermark or any similar identification system could be useful, but it is not a complete answer. A watermark may show that a tool was involved, but it does not tell us whether the content is accurate, ethical, or useful. It also raises many questions. Can the watermark be removed? Does it survive any kind of editing or copying? Will every platform recognize it? Now, what happens when AI content is combined with human writing? Does it affect at all? Will users assume that anything marked as AI is automatically unreliable in nature? Now, these questions still need clear answers for common people, not the tech nerds. Now, fourthly, reduced reach can affect legitimate creators. If content receives fewer views because it is classified as AI generated or low value, creators may lose opportunities before they understand what went wrong. Platforms need to provide clear explanations and fair ways to appeal decisions. Otherwise, creators are left. This might force creators to go away from the platform itself. Now, what this means for agencies and brands? The old approach was like ask AI for caption, add few hashtags, and publish it, and move on from there to the next. That workflow may save time, but it can also produce content that feels interchangeable. A better workflow is like start with the client's real goal, gather absolute specific information about the business, add customer questions, results, examples, and experience. Now use AI to organize and improve the draft, fact check everything, add a human angle or a point of view in it. Edit out the phrases that sounds too broad and predictable. Publish content that teaches, proves, or explains something. The key question should not be like, was AI used for this? The better question is, does this contain something worth paying attention to? Avoid creating the AI slop. Before publishing, ask these 5 questions. Number 1, is this specific? Does the post include real examples, numbers, situations, or any lessons? Number 2, is this original? Could another company publish the exact same post without changing anything? If yes, it probably needs more personality or expertise. Number 3, is there a clear point of view? Good content does not need to be controversial, but it should have a clear position. Number 4, does it sound like a brand? If removing the logo makes the post impossible to identify, the content may be too generic. You need to avoid that. Number 5, does it help the audience? Does it answer a question? Does it solve a problem, explain a change, or provide a useful perspective? If not, it may only be taking up space in someone's feed. The bigger question, should AI use be disclosed? Now, should brands disclose when AI helped to create a post or create a content? There is no single answer for every situation like this. If AI only corrected spelling or improved sentence structure, a disclosure may not be necessary. But if AI generated most of the content, created an image, produced a voiceover, or contributed to something presented as factual, transparency becomes more important, especially when the audience could reasonably assume that the content was created entirely by a person. Now, watermarks and labels could help build trust, but only if they are accurate, understandable, and applied consistently. The LinkedIn AI slop reporting and the Claude watermark discussions are all part of the same concern now. Platforms, tools, and audiences are all trying to answer one question: how do we separate useful AI assisted work from mass produced content with no real value in it? The answer should not be to reject every piece of content created with AI. The better approach is to reward content with original thinking, real experience, clear evidence, useful detail, content having some human judgment. If it has any kind of accountability, AI can help a team create content faster, but speed is not the same as value. So if you are creating content for your agency or clients, use AI for efficiency, but make sure that the final message still has a real reason to exist. Because the future may not punish AI assisted content, but it may punish content that gives people no reason to care. What do you think? Should AI platforms label AI assisted content, or should they focus only on whether the content is useful? Leave your opinion in the comments. Subscribe for more practical discussions like this on AI, digital marketing, automations, and social media. Alright, take care. See you in the next one.